Our child, our children, bond with the person that hurt us the most. For us from domestic violence situations, and our children become close to their parent that abused you or mistreated you. Or maybe it was your grandfather, or your stepfather, and how, as they got older, they formed a relationship with them. How are you supposed to feel? We don't talk about that enough. How are you really supposed to feel when your children, your family, form relationships with your abuser? It's not just disappointment. It really isn't. It's not that they left you. It really isn't. But they're forming some type of relationship with this person. They've hurt you, they've abused you, they've betrayed you. Yet here you are. You're trying to hold space for your children. And know that that very person that they're hugging is the one that once shattered you. This conversation is for you. I'm telling you, you gotta listen to this. Because when I figured it out, I was like, whoa. This one carries the pain quietly and still show up strong. You deserve a space to feel and to heal. So I'm going to talk about it today. I'm going to tell you my experience. Here's the silence that we sit in. There's a silence that we sit in. We learn when we're abused, especially if we share children with that person who hurt us. You don't want to be the bitter parent. You don't want to seem controlling. And let's be real. You're afraid that people will question you if you speak up. So you sit in silence. You watch your child laugh, hug, call him dad, call him mom. And all the while you're remembering the fear you were in, the manipulation it took, the nights you couldn't sleep or breathe in peace. That's the grief that no one warns us about. Here's a psychological warfare around that. This isn't just emotional, it's psychological. Your nervous system is trying to stay regulated in a space that once felt unsafe. Your mind is battling guilt, grief, and haunting questions. Did I do the right thing by letting them in their lives? And suppose you can't even do anything about it because now they're older, right? I have older children, and they're now in relationship with this person that has hurt you, that has manipulated you, that has not helped or supported you or even supported them, but they're in relationship with them. Or maybe it's the grandfather who maybe he said sorry, maybe he didn't. But because he's older now and fragile, they're now in relationship with them. Your mind is all over the place, it's all over the place. And society tells you, well, that's their parent, that's their grandparent. And church tells us, forgive them. Deal with it. And yet the titles don't excuse the trauma. When your child bonds with the abuser, it feels like betrayal. And no matter what age it is. Even when you know it's not your fault. or their fault. I shouldn't say your fault, but their fault. That's the confusing part. You don't blame your children, but you still feel wounded. I know for me, my children are in their 40s, close to anyway. Well, my youngest is 30s. But when they talk about their dad, I don't know that person. I don't know that person that didn't take care of them, didn't protect them, took from them instead of gave, didn't support me, didn't support them. I don't know that person. The person that chose, addiction, drugs, things like that over them. I don't know that person. All I feel is the angst about working so very hard and missing most of their lives because I had to make up for what he didn't do. So now I feel like, oh, he's getting a reprieve. He can hang out with them. He can laugh with them. He can just be with them and not answer for his errors, his mistakes, his not caring. He has no responsibility for it. So he can make them laugh and it all goes away. But I spent years helping them to stay joyful and happy and being a child without their dad. I spent years trying to be strong, working hard, creating two incomes so that they can have the best of everything, or at least a roof over their heads. And here's what I found out that I'm grieving. What I was grieving wasn't just the abuse. What I'm grieving is the fact that the truth has to stay hidden to be safe or at peace. Now let me say this. They know what their father did. You know. The kids know. But yet, I think I was grieving the fact that there was no accountability. And I had to maybe go back and say, I apologize for this or that. But he didn't have to. All he had to do is make a joke and make them laugh. So I wasn't just grieving that. I was grieving the fact that who's seeing about my pain? Who's seeing that I had to deal with that? I think I was grieving that I couldn't protect myself or my children at the same time. I was grieving the image of the family I thought we were building, but we weren't. And I'm grieving, or have grieved, being unseen. And underneath all of that is still trying to be a good parent, right? Is still trying to show up whole when you're still piecing yourself together. That takes strength. It takes honesty. You're tired. But I remember saying this to my daughter, I feel unheard or unappreciated because it's okay for him to laugh and joke with you with no accountability. And she said, oh, no uncertain terms did he get away with it. And that's when I felt at that moment that I felt like that I felt good, that I was heard and I was understood by my children. So here's what I want you to know. You're not wrong for feeling this. You're not crazy. You're not weak for still carrying this pain, but you don't have to carry it alone. Start speaking about it. Start naming it. Start journaling it. Get into spaces where you don't have to defend your pain. You don't have to defend it. You don't have to pretend to be healed to be a good parent. You don't have to be, you have to be honest. You have to be honest about how you feel about it. And if you're ready to take that next step and you just want to talk to somebody about it, I'm here for that support. I coach women with real issues and parts of healing. Not the cute, glittery affirmations only kind of healing. I mean the deep work, the kind that gets to the roots, the kind that sets your nervous system free, restores your voice, and allows you to fully come home to yourself. You've been silent long enough. I know I have. So, process those feelings and get started to your freedom. Bye for now.